Hey there, welcome to Austin's Beverage Corner, your ultimate source for honest and in-depth beverage reviews. I'm your host, Austin, and today we're going to look at some products from the GTs Living Foods lineup. I'm talking about Booch, the kombucha. Cue the intro. For those of you that don't know what kombucha is, it's a fermented tea brewed from a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, aka a SCOBY. The result is a fizzy, effervescent tea, very similar to beer, and it contains as much as 3% alcohol for your standard batch. Some vendors will ferment the beverage longer and create what's called like a hard kombucha that contains around 7% ABV. And I think yogi moms and psycho knives will probably consider this a healthy alternative to beer. According to the FDA regulations, for kombucha to legally be sold to minors, it must contain less than 0.5% ABV. And there, in fact, was a product recall back in 2010 where all kombucha products were pulled from the shelf. Vendors had to go back to the drawing board and actually rethink their kombucha formulas. So GTs responded to this by creating two versions. There's the raw, unaltered kombucha, as you can see here, in which you have to be 21 or over to consume. And there's also an enlightened version of these products available to minors, which contains added probiotics designed to keep the alcohol content down. Today, I'm going to sample from their 21 plus lineup. In my opinion, I think this is closer to what GT Dave was cooking up in his mama's kitchen back in 1995. So that's why I chose these products in particular. One more thing, I'm sure you may have noticed that one of these says kombucha and the other two say synergy. Well, in fact, both of these product versions are in fact kombucha. It's just that the synergy brand is 5% juice and 95% kombucha, and the actual kombucha that doesn't say synergy is 98% kombucha and 2% juice for a bolder experience and a stronger kombucha flavor. So without further ado,
judgment time.
So I wanted to correct a little bit from an earlier point in my video. There is actually a synergy version of the classic kombucha Trilogy, but these are both in fact the ones that I'm talking about that have the only 2% juice and are in fact 98% of the actual kombucha. I got a little bit excited and I started like opening them. I was like, how do I frame this? I don't know. I'm gonna pour some of these because I'm super excited to try them out. This one is a gingerberry flavor. I like the branding on it. The bottles are very noticeable when you go in the grocery store, and the clear bottles are the ones that have the less than 0.5% ABV. And then I'm sure for the product distinction, they have the brown bottles for the ones that have over 5%. And I already opened this earlier. It's very effervescent, and what they mean by like effervescence, when you open it, it goes like a beer. The difference between that and like a soda, the soda is like artificially carbonated. This, it becomes carbonated. Oh my God, it smells like fruit and vinegar. It's very, very carbonated. So tart, so tart. Oh my gosh, I actually like tart stuff. GT's is selling a lot of these drinks. He's not having trouble getting these to leave the shelves at all. Look at this, the gas is still cascading up the side of the glass. Tons and tons and tons of carbonation, or effervescence if you will. This tastes really good. It's smooth enough to where like you could casually drink this. Like if I was out hiking and I like stopped somewhere for lunch, I could see pairing this with like some crackers and cheese. For me, this seems like kind of a part of a snack. Maybe help you digest that cheese a little bit better. Excellent, excellent. We're gonna go ahead and try this gingerade one. They have warmed up a little bit while I was doing the shoot. They're still pretty cold. Look at that. I don't know if you saw that. Ooh, this one's dank. That's what it looks like. Honestly, it looks like when I pour this, it looks like kind of a Pilsner almost. Oh, even more tart than the last one. It's so tart. So it's got like a really punchy like ginger flavor. You know what I mean? I actually do like the Synergy one better. It's a lot smoother. Would I drink this every once in a while? Probably. It's a nice break from soda. You kind of know that you're not putting trash in your body. You can just kind of taste the healthiness. It's kind of what I like about this. It's making me burp a lot. All right, cheers. Next one, Trilogy. It says Trilogy on it. I'm trying to figure out what Trilogy actually means. It's a trilogy of what? am kind of feeling a little loopy. I did try this Trilogy last night. I ended up having to go back to the store and buy it again. And I was like, oh, they still have it. Well, it ended up being the kombucha versus the Synergy. So we'll see if I like this one versus the Synergy version. And I had actually never had the 21 plus kombucha until last night. I didn't even know they made a 21 plus kombucha. I thought that after the product recall, they just only had their classic lineup with the lower alcohol content. I honestly didn't know the difference between Synergy and kombucha. This one's kind of red. He did some sort of strawberry infused one like back in 1996. I'd be interested to see how similar that is. It smells like strawberry. Maybe raspberry. Again, you get a lot of vinegar, you get the tartness. I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't like apple cider vinegar in this. These two are actually quite similar. The Synergy version of this I do like better than the kombucha. It seems like the closer that you get to just the original kombucha formula, you just kind of taste more of like the carbonation, the enzymes and stuff like that going on, and a lot of ginger and a lot of vinegar, some sort of like bold cider taste. In order of what I like, I'd say 1, 2, 3. But I do like all of them. I would drink these every once in a while. This is probably something I drink a little bit more on a regular basis. They did a great job blending it and creating the synergy, but then still having a really strong kombucha influence. Great beverages. Great job, Dave. Keep making awesome products. I know that he's like super committed. Overall, I'd rate the product an 8.5 out of 10, and the company, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. See you next time. In the early 90s, a close friend gifted Dave's family a mother SCOBY from the Himalayas. They used the culture to start homebrewing their own batches of kombucha. When Dave's mom Lorraine got sick with an aggressive form of breast cancer, she attributed her recovery to the drink, and in 1996, Dave was selling small batches of kombucha to local health food stores in the LA area. Launching their Synergy line, Dave landed his product on Whole Foods shelves in 1999 and was ready for national distribution by 2005. In 2010, following a product recall, Dave went back to the drawing board and reformulated his kombucha to have a lower alcohol content. This was the Enlightened product line, which fell within FDA regulations of less than 0.5% ABV, making it legal for sale to minors. In 2011, GTs released 5 new flavors for their Synergy line containing chia seeds, and in 2016, he expanded his product line again, partnering with the Larson family to release several variations of fermented milk drinks known as Cocoa Kefir and Cocoa. GT's products are also popular with celebrities. Dave's kombucha has been spotted in the hands of Madonna, Gwyneth Paltrow, Reese Witherspoon, and Jake Gyllenhaal. With a single loan of $10,000 from Lorraine, no advertising, and no high school diploma, Dave's journey starts in his mother's kitchen and ends with over $900 million in assets, 40% take of the kombucha market, multiple homes in Beverly Hills, an 8-acre estate in Kauai, a 260,000 square foot factory in LA, and the title Beverage Billionaire.